Good day, everyone, and a warm welcome to today's webinar, Building Trust in Direct Selling, the Role of Transparent Operations. I am Adira Prasad, the Customer Success Specialist at Epixel Solutions, and I am truly excited to have you here. In direct selling industry, there is one currency more powerful than product, incentives, or even growth strategies. The first one is trust. Not just trust in product, but trust in the system, the trust in the leadership, trust in the compensation structure, and trust in the future of the organization. We will discuss how transparency creates confidence in systems, payouts, and overall operations. We will focus on how predictable and clear processes increase distributor retention and brand credibility. We will be covering the need of transparency, common gaps, and we will be discussing about the workflows and also about the tools for better clarity, compliance, and confidence. Let me start with a quick scenario many of you may recognize. A distributor joins your company full of excitement, full of dreams, but within first week, they come to you with questions like, why did I get this payout? Wasn't my rank updated? Wasn't it supposed to be updated? Who is tracking my orders? Why am I not getting the order details? Why does my dashboard show different numbers than what I expected from my performance? And suddenly, their excitement turns into doubt. Not because the company is doing anything wrong, but because the visibility isn't clear. The information flow isn't transparent, and when clarity is missing, trust slowly begins to slip. That's the invisible leak that affects the retention, performance, and your brand reputation. Today, we are going to explore how transparency stops that leak and how it transforms your operations from reactive to predictable, stable, and trust-driven. By the end of this session, you will walk away with a clear picture of not just why trust matters, but how to operationalize trust at scale. Moving on. For those who are new to Epixel, we are a global leader in MLM and direct selling technology, trusted by 100 plus companies over 90 plus countries. Our mission is simple: to help direct selling business operate with clarity, transparency, and confidence. We specialize in end-to-end MLM platform, real-time automated commission, transparent dashboard, and reporting. Then, AI-driven distributor experience, compliance, and regulatory automation. What makes us different from is the focus of our visibility. Nothing is hidden. Every payout, every order, every rank update is clear, traceable, and reliable. Epixel built technology that strengthens trust, support growth, and creates more transparent direct selling ecosystem. Now, let's start with the core question. Why does transparency matter so much in direct selling? In today's environment, transparency is not just a compliance requirement, it's a strategic advantage. Distributor join companies they trust, customer buy from the brands they believe in, and in an industry where reputation spread faster than any marketing campaign, transparency becomes one of your strongest differentiators. You stand out. Let me paint a simple picture to you. Imagine two companies. One, giving partial information, just what the distributor needs to know. Second, company B shows everything openly. The earnings, the rank progress, team activity, order status, payout rules, policies, etc. Which one do you think will grow faster? Now, here's a real example from one of our clients. They were struggling with retention. You just think about the company A and company B, which I mentioned, and what do you think, which company will be performing better? And I'm going to take you through an example regarding the transparency, positive impact of transparency in a real-time scenario. They were struggling. One of our customer was struggling with retention. People joined with full excitement but left within weeks. Not because something went wrong, but they felt it was not clear enough. There were no new changes, no new incentives, no new products. It was just the confusion that a distributor experienced from the system. After implementing transparent dashboard and payout clarity, something remarkable happened to that particular business. Retention increased by 47% in just 3 months. Not because the opportunity changed, but because the experience changed. The reality is, people don't quit direct selling companies. They actually quit confusion. Transparency does the opposite. It builds the credibility, it reduces the churn, it increases customer and distributor confidence, and it strengthens long-term relationships. And ultimately, it elevates the performance. When your field clearly see how the system work, how they earn, what's expected of them, confidence rises dramatically and trust becomes your competitive edge. Now, let's talk about the biggest challenge that quietly breaks trust in direct selling. It's an important point that we need to consider. First is the complex or unclear compensation plan. Most of the plans aren't bad, but when distributors cannot understand how they earn, doubt immediately starts and it starts ruining the experience. The second point is delayed or inconsistent payouts. One delay can outweigh 100 accurate payouts. It creates panic, questions, and unnecessary pressure on the support system. Missing or inconsistent product information is the next one. It makes it hard for the distributors to sell and customers to trust. Outdated or incomplete data results in confusion. Next is low visibility. When people need to call support to ask, did my order process? Why didn't I rank up? What's happening within my team? It shows the lack of real-time information, which triggers uncertainty within the distributors. We also see manual processes causing errors. It slows down and it is inconsistent communication. People trust automated system far more than human memory. Moving on. These are the small issues, but they compound. Confusion becomes frustration, frustration becomes doubt, and doubt is the fastest way to lose trust. But there is good news. When companies improve transparency and automate visibility, trust rebounds quickly. One company we worked with saw commission-related support tickets drops by 90% after adding clear dashboard. Trust isn't lost overnight, but it can rebuild with clarity, consistency, and transparency. Now that we have looked at the challenges, let's shift to the opportunities. Because transparency isn't just a solution, it's a transformation. When your operation becomes transparent, something powerful happens across the entire organization. Everyone becomes more predictable, more reliable, and more accountable. Let's break this down for you. The first one is predictability. Transparency creates predictable environment where everyone knows exactly what to expect. When commission runs, how bonuses are calculated, what qualifies for the rank advancement, how orders move through the system. Predictability creates stability and stability creates trust. Next is empowered distributors. A transparent system removes guesswork. When distributors understand the structure, the payout, the rank rules, and their team activity, they stop asking what's happening and start asking what's next. Performance increases naturally when clarity is built into the experience. Next is reduced escalation. Support team stops firefighting basic questions like why didn't I rank up? Is my order active? How was my payout calculated? Transparency system provides answer instantly. No tickets, no delays. Confident leadership. Leaders can coach based on the facts, not assumption. They get real-time visibility into the performance, customer activity, and growth patterns. That clarity improves the decision making and strengthens the leadership. Trust inside the organization. The leadership trust inside the organization. Stronger brand reputation is the next one. Customer trusts the brands that operate with clarity. Distributor promotes the company that feel honest, stable, and straightforward. Transparency builds a reputation that money cannot buy. Now imagine this. A distributor logs in midnight and immediately see their rank progress, team activity, bonus eligibility, order status, upcoming rewards. No calls to support, no messages to uplines, no confusion. Everything is clean and clear for them. The system is telling the truth and they feel it instantly. That's the power of transparent operation. When you build transparency into your process, your dashboard, and your communication, it automatically improves the onboarding, teams start performing better, customer trust more, leaders coach more, growth become consistent. Transparency doesn't make people feel better, it directly drives the higher productivity, reduces the churn, improves compliance, and create long-term scalable growth. Transparency is not just a principle, it's a competitive advantage. Moving on. Technology is the engine that makes transparency possible in direct selling. When companies rely on manual processes, confusion builds in payouts, in ranks, in order tracking, in team activity. But when you introduce the right technology, clarity becomes automatic. Modern platforms like Epixel MLM software provide the following: real-time dashboards. Distributor instantly see their earning, rank progress, orders, team activity, no more guessing. Automated commission engine. Every payout is rule-based, consistent, fast, fully auditable. This alone remove all the commission-related disputes that can happen. Clear payout statement. People don't just earn, they understand how they made it. Seamless order delivery tracking. Customer and distributors see exactly what's happening at every stage. Compliance, automation, and audit trials. That's the next one. Policies are enforced automatically within the system, and every action is recorded for the complete accountability. You know what the result is? Following all these things, greater clarity, fewer disputes, stronger trust, smoother operations. Technology turns transparency into built-in everyday experience, and trust becomes the natural result. Now let's move on to the strongest pillar of transparent operations: real-time reporting and accountability. In direct selling, data isn't just the numbers, it's visibility, clarity, and confidence. For reporting to build trust, it must be accurate, it must be accessible, updated in real time. When companies adopt real-time reporting, something transformational happens. Leaders can see team perform on a daily basis, no more guessing. Admin drives faster and catch operational issues before they become escalated. Executives make decisions based on data, not assumption. Distributors know exactly where they stand, their rank progress, activity bonuses, and orders. Leader from a client company once told me, for the first time, I can actually see what's happening in my team without calling 5 people. You know how it reduces unnecessary communication? That's the power of visibility. It enables real-time dashboards, clear payout, and rank tracking. Early detection of issues is also possible, full traceability and audit-ready operations for you with visibility. With Epixel analytics, companies gain access to the following transparency tools. First one is sales intelligence, payout bonus visibility, rank progression, qualification reports, inventory and product movement tracking. These real-time insights create a culture where everyone is informed, everyone is accountable, and everyone can take action early as needed. This is what transparency truly means. When every activity is traceable, every decision is data-driven, and nobody feels left in the dark, resulting in it altogether, it results in fewer disputes, stronger leadership, predictable growth, and a culture of accountability and trust. It is such a positive impact within the organization. Moving on. The next is compliance and ethics aren't just the safeguards here. They are the foundation of sustainable growth. Data privacy and protection. In today's world, trust starts with protecting the data, secure storage, controlled access, and responsible use. Showing people their information is safe instantly elevates your credibility. The next is transparent practices. You know, transparent companies do not fear compliance. They lead with it. No hidden terms, no surprises, no misleading claims. Clear communication builds trust faster than any marketing messages. This next one is a regulatory alignment. You know, many companies struggle not because they are wrong, but because they can't prove their process. But when every payout is recorded, every rule is automated, and every action has an audit trail, your company becomes the fortress of trust. Next is ethical operations are about the culture. Choosing integrity over shortcuts and accountability over blame. That's a responsible thing to do for any organization. Risk management. Strong companies don't wait for problems. They proactively monitor, document, and adjust. That's how they stay resilient and compliant. Key thought here is compliance isn't just a checkbox, it's a culture. And when you operate ethically and transparently, you protect your business and strengthen your brand for long-term growth. Moving on. Before we close here, let's bring everything together. Today, we explore why transparency is not just a compliance requirement, it's the foundation of trust in direct selling. We talked about why transparency builds trust and how unclear processes, delayed payout, confusing compensation plan, and missing visibility can silently break that trust. We then saw how technology becomes a real enabler, bringing clarity to dashboard, commissions, reporting compliance, and daily operation. When systems become transparent, people stop guessing, they start growing. We also walked through real world examples and high impact user scenarios showing how clarity transforms onboarding, coaching, decision making, and customer experience. At the heart of it all, it's a simple truth. Transparency creates clarity. Clarity creates confidence. Confidence creates belief. Belief creates momentum. And the momentum builds the empire. And trust isn't one-time action. It's a system-led practice. And when your business runs on transparent, predictable, automated operations, trust becomes a natural outcome, not a challenge. So, we will now open the floor here for the questions. Members, feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. We'll take them one by one and address it for you. The first question here is transparency same as giving too much information? The answer is no. Transparency is about clarity, not about overloading with information. We focus on showing the right information like earnings, progress, orders, team insights in a way that empowers the distributor, not overwhelm them. We need to be careful about that. Next question is, what's the most damaging challenge companies overlook? That's a good question. And my answer for that is payout delays. Even one day delay can cause fear, doubt, and rumors. Automating your commission engine prevent these issues entirely. One delay overshadows 100 on-time payment. So we need to be careful about that. I hope you got an idea the importance of payout delay here. Next is, what's the biggest trust issue for new distributors? Yes, they onboard without any idea. The clarity in onboarding, the lack of clarity in onboarding. If they don't understand the earnings, the expectation, within first 24 hours, 70 to 90% drop. Within 24 hours, 70 to 90% drop in their confidence. Their motivation drops significantly. We should be very proactive with their onboarding. System must be capable enough to onboard them and system must be self-explanatory to make that process easy. Next question is, can technology really reduce support tickets? Absolutely. Companies using automated statements and real-time dashboard see up to 90% of drop in compensation related tickets. Next question here, we will be focusing on that question is that, can real-time reporting replace manual leadership coaching? It doesn't replace, it enhances. Leaders get visibility, so coaching becomes smarter, faster, and more targeted. Moving on. Does transparency actually help with retention? Definitely. People don't leave because the opportunity is bad. They leave because the system feels unclear. Clarity equals confidence equals retention. Next question here is, what makes Epixel different? Our platform is built around three things. The first one, clarity, automation, and transparency. We focus on removing the confusion, reducing the errors, and giving companies predictable system that they can trust. That's all. Simple. Moving on. What result do companies typically see? Following all these practices, enabling all the technology, companies usually see 98% of reduction in payout disputes, faster onboarding, higher retention, fewer support tickets, smarter leadership decisions, and strong field confidence. Due to time constraint, we will need to conclude the session here. So if you have any of your question remained unanswered, we will follow up with you personally after the webinar. Please wait for that. Okay. Thank you all for investing your time with us today. Building trust is a continuous journey, and transparent operations are your strongest asset in that journey. If you'd like a personalized consultation of our transparency tools, our team would be happy to take you through it. Please contact us. Have a wonderful day. Thank you again for joining. Namaste.